watching also what happens here. It's all coming up later this month. It's the largest literary event in Nevada.
It's literally the biggest literary event.
Say that 50 times. You'll have a tough time. So authors from all around the world and book lovers from everywhere are going to gather here in our city for the Las Vegas Book Festival.
And it's all happening on the 19th this month at the historic 5th Street School in downtown Las Vegas. You yourself can RSVP online. Just make sure you check out LasVegasBookFestival.com. They have some amazing headliners on tap to speak on that Saturday.
Yeah, and that includes this man right here, John Waters, the legendary filmmaker and actor and writer who's known for some of the most strange movies over the years. Pushing the boundaries, Waters became a cult hero and has now written a new novel that does the same thing, and he talked to our Evan Shriver all about it.
But I don't know if you know this, but your Wikipedia page, calls your work transgressive cult films. Transgressive cult films. Accurate depiction or too diluted of a description?
Well, I think some of them are, but certainly cult is the word you would never use in Hollywood because it means it failed at the box office and 3 smart people liked it. I don't think you would call Hairspray that. It was very mainstream, but that was the most transgressive movie I ever made because even racists liked it. They were so stupid they didn't realize it was making fun of them.
You don't think they ever came around to understanding the subject matter of the film?
No, they say I love Hairspray. I know it's unbelievable. And you look back on it, it was so weird because the real show this was based on was called The Buddy Dean Show in Baltimore. It was all white kids dancing to mostly all African-American music.
Look, the Corny Collins show remains white.
Oh, you're all fired! Right? But black kids were only allowed to be on the show on their separate day. And so it's insane because music is what brought everybody together. And that's what it's always done.
You mentioned Hairspray, so both Hairspray, Pink Flamingos have been added to the Library of Congress's National Film Registry. Had you always known they were iconic, or?
First of all, I still am amazed and astonished that they picked Pink Flamingos. Imagine them watching the screening of Pink Flamingos with a singing anus and saying, "This is the movie we should give the award to this year. This is an American classic." I never was found not guilty for obscenity at any trial I ever had, because if you watch Pink Flamingos at 8 in the morning with a jury, it is obscene. If you watch it at midnight with an audience, it's a joyous experience. They chose to see it as a joyous experience. One of the best things this government's ever done, if you ask me.
With Hairspray specifically, though, because, going back to the 1988 film, compared to the 2007, is it safe to call it a remake?
Well, there were a couple of
adaptation.
Them, yeah, it certainly was. My favorite after mine was the first one with John Travolta. That one, they made it something different. They changed it. They made it a big Hollywood musical and everything, and it worked. It completely worked.
But did you ever expect the evolution when you made it in 1988? Did you ever expect the musical evolution, major motion picture musical adaptation? Did you ever see that coming?
Think of it? No. But I was ambitious. I got variety when I was 15 years old. I wasn't an outsider artist. I knew which distributors to go to. I knew the business too. So I was thrilled and astonished, but I never counted on that when I wrote Hairspray. I didn't think that one was any more commercial than any other movies I had ever done or anything.
Feel free to slap me around a little bit for asking this question. Feel free. But did you ever have this dream of making those like high-priced, over-the-top blockbuster films that seem these days to have nearly unlimited budgets? Was that every
Yes,
dream?
Every movie I thought should be a big giant hit. Every movie I made, I wanted to be commercial. I knew the ad campaign. I thought I'm good at ad campaigns. But I didn't plot that way. I just wanted to make movies that made my friends laugh, to be honest. That's how we started. But I always made fun of the rules that liberals, which I was, including hippies, I made fun of hippie rules. I made fun of political correct rules. I didn't make fun. I made fun of the rules I liked, the ones that I lived by, and tried to make humor about what you can and cannot do. And I wished my films worked in drive-ins and bed. It didn't. because they knew I was making fun of the genre. My films worked in the most expensive, smartest neighborhoods, and I was embarrassed by that. I wanted to play the grindhouses, but the audiences there didn't like them.
But you're such a cultural icon, and if you don't know, I'm telling you, you're such a cultural icon.
That means old. Go ahead.
With the most respect possible,
yeah,
of course.
I do have that. I'm so respectable I could puke. I said that at my Academy Awards show museum opening.
When did you know that this was the life for you?
Oh, I knew when my parents built me a stage when I was 8 years old in my house, and I always knew that. I was on the Howdy Doody show. My parents took me to be in the peanut gallery. I saw it was all fake, and I thought, this is it. I wasn't disillusioned. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to be in on the magic trick. I want to be on the other side of show business. So I was a puppeteer when I was 12 years old. I had a successful birthday party career.
And your friends thought of your puppeteering what?
Well, my friends then, I was embarrassed. I got too old, so I put fake blood in them and everything. And then the parents stopped hiring me when they got weird.
John, you're going to be headlining the Las Vegas Book Festival. We're grateful to have you here in the city. It's your latest novel. Is it your first novel?
My first novel. I've written many books. It was my first novel. Yeah.
Liar Mouth, a feel-bad romance. It's being featured as you're the headliner here.
Yeah.
What can guests expect from you when
we could talk about writing. You know, there's no shortcut. I wish there was. It takes me 3 years to write a book. This was a book that is completely most insane thing I've written since Pink Flamingos. It's amazing today to write the book and then you read it. And I always know how insane it is when I'm doing the audio book. Yeah. And I look out from the booth and see a technician that has no idea who I am for the book looking in horror as I'm reading this stuff. Then I realize, oh, I guess that is kind of weird.
What is coming out of this person's mouth? I know.
So yeah, who is this guy? But at the same time, when anybody buys a work, any book by me or sees me, that's what they expect. That's what they're buying. They would be disappointed if I didn't give them some startle and surprise them and make them think of things in a whole different way. And that's what novels have always done to me.
There you go, hearing it from a genius himself. And take a look at that coat he was rocking. Nice style. You can RSVP online right now. It's free. You can reserve a spot to stay updated as well. Just go ahead and check out LasVegasBookFestival.com. John Waters is one of the 3 headliners that will be leading the way for the festival on October 19th.